Welcome, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the live. How is everyone doing? All right. So we'll be working on synthesis and transformation for this live, okay? And we will be going through a bit of some promo material, okay, of our upcoming courses, our upcoming some resources that we have, okay? So do let me know if any of you have any questions, okay? Okay, let's begin. Okay, so over here we'll be starting S and T, okay? So Tom insists that he is innocent. All evidence points to Tom as the culprit. Okay, so what might the answer be? So we have to put in although. Okay, any answers? Okay, I'll wait for a bit and then I will write the answers. Any answers? I'm gonna wait for some answers before I continue going through this. I'm gonna wait for some more answers. Going to wait for some more answers. Okay, let's go through. Okay, Tom insists that he is innocent. We are adding the word although. Okay, now although, the thing about the word although is that it introduces some contradiction. Okay. Okay, it introduces that contradiction. Okay, and essentially what we're going to do with that is that we are going to introduce, okay, so this is Tom insists that he is innocent. The contradiction is that all evidence points to Tom as the culprit. Okay, so this is the first statement and this is the contradiction. Okay, so although all the evidence, so we have two ways of writing it. Although all the evidence, okay, we can do it in two ways. We could say although all the evidence points to Tom as the culprit. We could also say although you could say that although Tom insists that he is innocent, all, okay, we have to use a comma, all the evidence points to him as the culprit. Okay, so this is one way that you guys can answer the question. Okay, so this is one way to answer the question. Okay, and then let's look at question 12. If anyone has any answers, feel free to put them in. Okay. She trained very hard for the tournament. She did not win. Okay, so again, although introduces contrast, contradiction. Okay, does anyone have any answers? Okay, any answers? Please let me know if you have any answers, okay? Please let me know if you have any answers. All right, please let me know if you have any answers. All right, so let's go through this one. Okay, she trained very hard for the tournament. She did not win. Okay, we are going to use although to introduce that contradiction. Okay, so over here, although she trained very hard for the tournament, OMG, hi, I'm back. Oh, you went for a 3-hour meal. A 3-hour meal. Although she trained hard for the tournament, comma, she did not win. Okay, so over here again we have the contrast between effort and outcome. Okay, and we're connecting these two ideas. How was the meal, Nani? How was it? You make me crave McDonald's even though I'm not allowed it. You make me absolutely crave it. Maybe she eats hot pots 3-hour meals. But nowadays in Singapore, the thing about hot pots that they don't let you stay that long, right? Hi Ryan. Nice, I eat McSpicy. Ooh, I've never. Okay. I do remember you, Ryan. I do. But yes, McSpicy is something that I've not really eaten before. I don't know. I'm personally very scared of like spicy food, so I've never eaten McSpicy before. But the thing about in Singapore is that hot pot places they don't let you stay for 3 hours anymore, right? They only allow you to stay for like max 2 hours. It's not that spicy. Okay, you have to understand that my spice tolerance is below average. It's if the average is here, mine is like here. That's how bad. So like I am not a good standard for whether or not something is spicy. So like when I go out for food with my family and they're like, is this spicy? And I'm like, try it yourself. I cannot help you. I'm the kind of person that I taste black pepper and my mouth is on fire. I will start crying. So the only type of spice that I enjoy and can relatively enjoy is kimchi. Okay, kimchi is my favorite type of spicy because it is sour spicy. Okay, so on that note, I also like laksa as well. So I feel like that does paint a picture of what kind of person I am. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. What are your favorite hot? Isn't kimchi spicy? It is, but it's a sour kind of spicy. And for some reason, no matter how spicy kimchi is, it's not that spicy to me. I don't know. But now that X and G brought up hot pot, I'm craving hot pot. I just had hot pot a few days ago. You guys have to give me your recommendations. What are your favorite hot pot places in Singapore? Heidi Lao. Heidi Lao was not bad. Heidi Lao is good. To me, kimchi is sour, and I hate sour. Really, really. Ooh, for me, I like it when that. I like that tangy taste. I don't know. For me, um, I love the white radish kimchi. White radish kimchi. That is my favorite. But it is very. I would say it's more. It's sweet. It's not spicy at all. It's sweet, sweet and sour. It's like tangy. It's tangy. I don't know. My favorite. Okay, what are your favorite hot pots other than Heidi Lao? Okay, Paradise Hot Pot for one person. I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. I was thinking of going to try. Is it good though? Okay, never mind. My mom told me to do house chores. Bye. Okay, bye, Nani. Is the Paradise Hot Pot good? I don't know. I've been hearing about it. I've been hearing about it. I should go try. I should go try. But at the same time, I just went for Hai Di Lao not long ago, so the standards are kind of high right now. So I need to know if the Paradise Hot Pot is good. Let's do the questions, can we? Sure, sure, sure. Okay. The zookeeper did not lock the gate. The deer escaped. Okay, so we are trying to use had. Okay, so I'm going to give you a bit of a hint. Okay, and then you can do the question. Okay, what until 4:30? Yeah. Oh no no no! We're doing until 5:30. We're doing until 5:30. Okay, had is a conditional. And for conditionals, thing about the annoying thing about conditionals is that you have to invert. Let me just do this. You have to invert. Okay, you have to invert. What until for the yeah? I'll be doing the live till 5:30, and then teacher Mitsuko will take over. Yeah. Okay, so hat you have to invert. Okay, but I'm going to let you attempt it. I'm gonna let you attempt it yourself. Okay. Okay, let me know if you have any answers. Any answers? Okay, I'm going to go through the question in. I'll count down to 10. Oh no, count down from 10. Okay, 10. Oh, oh, that was quick. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay, very close, very close, very, very close. All right. Now, hat. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna change the meaning. Had the zookeeper. Okay, did not lock. We are going to change it to locked the gate. Okay, because the thing is, we are looking from right now when the situation has already happened. The deer has already escaped. We are thinking back. What would happen if the zookeeper had done this? So we're looking back into the past and saying, what if the situation had been different? So we're using past tense. All right. Hi, Axel. I haven't seen you in so long. Okay. Hello. Great job, Axel. Great job. Had the zookeeper lock the gate? Okay. Okay. Chris Fendi Brown. Wow. Okay. Chris Fendi Brown. Hi, Jer. How have you been, Axel? How have you been? All right. The deer Okay, I'm gonna add would not. My handwriting is terrible. Not have escaped. Good, good. How are you enjoying your June holidays? I need some inspo. I need some inspo. Okay, the zookeeper locked the gate, would not have escaped. Okay, so we are gonna rewrite it together. Had the zookeeper why don't you guys type instead of writing? Okay, I'll explain this after I because I was explaining it the other day, but it's a funny story. The deer would not have escaped. Okay, so funny story. I'm slower when I type on the iPad. Okay, I'm faster when I type on the laptop. Okay, so the thing is that especially like when I'm teaching, had the zookeeper locked the gate, the deer would not have. Laugh with tears. Okay, you are correct, Austin. It is except for the word lock. It has to be locked because we're looking back into the past. What if the situation had been different? So we're looking back. Okay, so it is past tense. Yay, TY. Yes. Good job, good job. Okay, so yeah, people have asked why do I not type? Okay, there is the typing function, but the thing about this is that the iPad is not very sensitive to my fingers. I also have dry hands. It's not very sensitive to my fingers, especially when I type. So unless I'm using the stylus. And if I were to type letter by letter with the stylus like this, it would take even longer. So I choose to write, and it's easier for me to annotate as well. But definitely my handwriting needs improvement, okay? Okay. Okay. I hope that answered your question. All right. He did not submit the application on time. He missed the scholarship opportunity. Okay. What might the answer be? Okay. So we're using had again. So again, the key for you guys is that this had is a conditional. Oh, sorry. Sorry. It cut off. It cut off. Okay, I'm going to scroll down again. Oh, there we go. It's a conditional. It's a conditional. Okay. Now conditionals you have to invert. Okay. Don't worry, take your time to write. Oh, thank you, X and G. Okay. Oh, I just realized you guys cannot see this. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Okay, I'm gonna put this here so you guys can see better. Okay. I don't know, maybe I'll get better at using the iPad after a while. Just not right now. Okay, let's see. Oh, our answers are in. Had he submitted the application on time, he would have missed the scholarship opportunity. Had he submitted, he would not have missed the scholarship opportunity. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so now the main thing over here, again, we have to invert. Okay, we have to show an unreal past situation and its results. Okay, so let's take a look. He did not submit the application on time. So had he, okay, Axel say had he submitted the application on time, he would not have missed the opportunity. Okay. Oh, Axel, you changed your answer. All right. Okay, I see. Okay, so I'm going to change it to he submitted. Okay, so he did not submit to he submitted. Okay, and then he missed, and to would not have. Okay, would not have missed. Okay, so it is a, this would not have is a, it's more of a theoretical situation. When I say theoretical, it means if this did not happen, this would not have happened. Okay, so so what I'm gonna do here is now I'm going to insert everything back in after I meet this inversion. Okay, had he submitted the application on time, he would not have missed the scholarship opportunity. Okay, so you guys are all correct. So proud of you guys. So proud. You guys have had massive improvements since like I started teaching you guys. It is something to be proud of. Okay, okay. So super good. You guys did super well. Okay, everyone got it correct. Oh, Johnny, had he submitted the application, he would not. Okay, you forgot the word on time. We have to keep it as close as it can be to the question. Okay, so if you edit that, you'd be correct. Okay, so good job, everyone. Thank you, Jer. Okay, now, again, if, let's do this question, if it's also a conditional. Okay, so I would say the most annoying few words you can see in synthesis is had, if, and unless. These three words. If you see any of the three words during your S&Ts, just be extra careful. I would say definitely be extra careful because these require some sort of inversion here and there. Okay, so it is quite easy to make mistakes with it. Just keep an eye out. But I would say in terms of practice, you guys have had a lot of practice, and you guys have really shown that you guys at least you guys understand like the rules and what to do. Okay, so I would say anything to be worried about, anything to be more careful is just to prevent careless mistakes. Okay, so really just keep an eye for careless mistakes. Okay, we don't want to make any careless mistakes. Okay, so if, okay, this is a trick question. This is a trick question. Question 15 is a trick question. Please extra eye out. Trick question. Okay, I'm gonna highlight the word unless. It's a trick question. Okay. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay, okay, close. Hi, Mystical Xavier. We are going through English papers. We are going through English questions. Hi, Johnson Lee. Ali will not go for basketball training. Okay. Okay, okay. 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 Very close. Very close. Okay. Very close. But you guys, please note this one again. Please note this one again. This question is truly it's a trick question. It's a very painful trick question. Okay? Everyone's answering the guy in Chinese. Wow. Okay? You guys are all so close. Okay? Very close. Very, very close. Okay. Now, for this question, okay, it is the ultimate trick question. This is the ultimate trick question. Okay? Now, the thing about unless is that the equivalent of unless is if not. Okay? Okay, so Ali will go for basketball this afternoon if it does not rain. Okay, so it's the same meaning as this. Okay, so you can essentially replace this with if it does not. Okay, now the painful thing about this is that we are going to move this here. Okay, you cannot say if Ali goes to basketball training this afternoon, it won't rain. Okay, that's not logical, right? So we have to start with it rained. Okay, but we also cannot forget about this unless. Okay, that's where it becomes tricky. If Ali goes for basketball training, it will rain. Honestly, it does feel like that sometimes. If I don't go out, it won't rain. If I go out, it will rain. Okay? So, I would say extra careful with this, okay? If not, okay, or if it does not. Okay? So, if that's the painful part, this is the painful part, okay? If it does not rain, Ali will go for basketball training. Hi Emma, is this P6? This is upper primary, yes. So technically, all of you guys would be correct if the word unless wasn't there. But now the word unless is here, okay? We have to account for it as well. We cannot just throw it away. Hi, I see you. I don't know how to read. I'm just gonna call you Wolf. Wolf. Okay? I just realized I'm sec one. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Xavier. Okay. So over here, the main painful part is that it's the word unless. If the word unless wasn't here, it would be, and the question was rephrased in another way, it will be better. But the thing is that it is here, we can't just throw it away, so we have to change unless into if it does not, okay? So what we have to, all right, bet. All right. So if we will change it from if to if it does not, oh, if it does not rain, Ali will go for basketball training this afternoon. Okay, so that is unfortunately the case. All right. Now, question 16. Does anyone have any idea what question 16 is? Question 16. Okay, again, the if is here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Good. Okay, any other answers? X and G, let's wait and see if anyone has any answers. Okay. Any other answers? You won't be late if you leave now. Okay. You will be late if you do not leave now. You will be late if you do not. Okay. Okay, you guys are all correct. Okay. The answer is you will be late if you do not leave now. Okay, since the if is over here, okay, we are changing this part. We're inverting this part. If you leave now, you will late. Okay. Okay, so over here we're gonna change it to do not leave now. Okay, so that's what we're changing this to. You will leave now if you leave now if you will leave. You have to read that with the accent. Can we write don't? But don't is an, I would say it's almost an abbreviated. It's a shortened form of do not. So I would say better not. Write do not if you do not leave now. Hi Wolf, what are you confused about? 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 Let me see your answer. You wrote, you won't be late if you leave now. Let me see your answer, okay? You won't be late if you leave now, okay? Now, the thing about that, let me write down your answer. Okay, so now let's take a look at this, okay? Now, the main thing over here is that you flip this, okay? You will be late. You won't be late. You flip the first one instead of the second one. But then the thing is, what we usually do is, okay, so we try to keep everything as similar as possible, okay? We try to keep everything as similar as possible. So what we usually do is we only change it if needed, okay? So we change this one because it's behind the if. The if follows this. Okay, so it is the standard conditional structure. So we change this. If is here. I still like Ryan's answer. You will be late if what's it? You late if what did you write? What did you write? Well, I found it so funny. Never mind. Can't find it anymore. Yeah. Okay. Now let's take a look. You will leave now if you will late. You leave now if you will late. Yeah, that one. That one. Still find it so funny. Okay. As John is afraid of snakes, he refuses to go into the woods. Okay, so out of. What might the answer be? I remember when I was in P6, and sometimes when I was doing SNT, it felt like the best way I could answer was after everything I wrote to leave a question mark to also show the teacher that I didn't know what I was writing. I didn't do that. Please don't actually do that during your exam. It was just a funny thought that I had when I was in P6. But yes, especially in bio, I did decent for all my other subjects. Bio was the one that I'm just, no matter how much I work, no matter where I am, bio just does not, bio and I are just not friends for some reason. Don't really understand why. Okay. Ooh, okay, okay. I see a lot of answers. Okay, let's go, let's go. Okay. Okay, let me read one by one. If you leave now, oh no, that wasn't wrong one. Out of his fear of snakes, John refuses to go into the woods. Out of his fear for snakes, he refused to go into the woods. Out of his phobia of snakes, John refuses to go into the woods. Out of his fear of snakes, John refused to go into the woods. Okay. Should we take a look now? Okay. Now, first things first. Out of his, okay, introduces the cause. Okay, it introduces the cause. Okay, and this is a cause and effect situation. Okay, because John is afraid of snakes, he refuses to go into the woods, right? That is the effect. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we are going to look at this. Okay, now John is afraid of snakes, but we have to say out of his. Okay, so it is a noun. We have to look for something that is a noun. Okay, so what is the noun of afraid? we are going to go with fear. Okay, now I saw someone put the word phobia. Okay, now the idea of phobia is that phobia is also a type of fear, but phobia is more of an irrational fear. You are adding, essentially, if you were to use the word phobia, you'll be adding a new meaning to the sentence. Okay, so fear doesn't really specify whether it's just a phobia or there is a specific cause for his fear. All right, but so we want to keep it as close to this as possible, so we're trying to keep it basically the same. Okay, so phobia is a completely different word. Okay, so over here we're going to stick with fear. Out of his fear of snakes. Okay, so we're just going to put it indirectly, comma. Okay, because we said his, right? So we have to introduce the subject at certain point. A certain point, okay? So over here, we cannot put another he. We have to put John. Out of his fear of snakes, John refuses to go into the woods. Okay, you don't have to change the tense because we are not, it is not like the conditionals where you are looking back and looking into an unreal situation from the past. Okay, this one you can keep the tense the same. All right, out of his fear of snakes, John refuses to go into the woods. All right. Okay, let's try one more. It's a similar question type. Similar question type. Lina was worried about the exam. She could not sleep. Okay, so we have out of. Okay, again, this is the main one. All right. Okay, let's see what the answers might be. Okay, any answers? Anyone? Okay, out of her worry about the exam, Lina could not sleep. Okay. Any other answers? Okay, not that yours is wrong. I just want to see everyone's answers. All right. Out of her worry about the exam, Lina could not sleep. Okay, English is my favorite subject. Ooh, same. Same. In primary school, English, no, English and math were my favorite subjects. When I went into secondary school, I did not have a favorite subject in secondary school. Right, I really did not have a favorite subject in secondary school. Does the equivalent of social studies count? I don't know. Okay. Wolf, please be careful. Please be very careful. You spelled Lena differently. It's Lena. Okay, we have to keep the names as similar. We have to keep the names the same. If not, you could be penalized. All right. So please be careful with that. All right. Out of her fear for the exam. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, so again, out of introduces the noun cause. Okay. Introduces noun cause. All right. Okay. Can everyone see this? I just realized that I look like a bug with two of my bangs coming out like this. I have to hide it. All right. Okay. So what we're gonna do out of her introduces noun cause. Okay, remember it is noun. Okay, so the noun of worried is actually worry. I saw someone write fear. Ryan, please be careful of that because worry and fear is definitely not the same. Okay, so please be a bit careful about that. But other than that, I don't see anything wrong with your. Okay, oh, and about. Okay, we're trying to keep it as similar as possible. Worry about the exam. Out of her worry, out of her worry about. Okay, so we're gonna keep this. Okay, out of her worry about, okay, out of her worry about the exam, okay, Lena, okay, because again, we are saying her over here, so we have to introduce the subject at some point. Mr. Tan said that he had to see her the following day. Mr. Tan? Oh, the next question. I was like, Mr. Tan. Lena could not sleep. Okay? Okay, out of her worry about the exam, Lena could not sleep. Okay? Okay, this one. Reported speech. Okay, the thing about reported speech is it is important that you are, firstly, okay, keeping the names the same. Okay, and you are also changing the way you express the next day, or tomorrow. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait for some more answers. Okay, so we have Mr. Tan said that he had to see her the following day. Mr. Tan said that he ought to see her the following day. Okay, any other answers? Gonna wait for some more answers. Okay, I just realized I zoomed in way too much. Oh, let's see. Okay, let me know if you guys have any other answers. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look now. Okay, again, firstly, reported speech. This is reported speech. So from said Mr. Tan, we will change it to Mr. Tan said. And then we will, the thing about reported speech, we must remove this and this. Okay? Okay, so if you, let's say you have a question mark at the end, it's a question, you have to rephrase it in a way that it's a statement, not a question, and then you remove the question mark and open inverted commas. All right. Okay. Now, first things first. Okay. Must, we change must to had to. Okay, that's how we shift it. Okay, so we essentially back shift. Okay, and tomorrow let's switch it to the next day. The next day or the following day. Okay, so Mr. Tan said, and then I will change to he. Okay, he had to see her the following day, or what am I writing? The following day, or the next day. Okay, so again, Mr. Tan said that he had to see her the next day. Mr. Tan had to see her the following day. Okay. Okay, so that is the answer for this. Okay. That must change to ought to. Ought to. Let me ask another teacher for confirmation. Okay, I'll get back to you on that. But so far, we always use had to. We always use had to. Okay, so I'll ask another teacher for confirmation. I will let you know. Okay, I'll let you know again. But so far, we always change to had to. Okay, let's see. I can finish the project by tomorrow, said the designer. Okay, so again, reported speech. Okay, I'll check for you. I'll double check with another teacher for you. And then I will let you know the next live, roughly tomorrow. Okay, I'll let you know. It is good to double check these kind of things. Okay, because for me, when I'm doing questions with my students, I always go with had to. Okay. 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 Let's see the answers. The designer said that he could finish the project by the following day. The designer said that she could finish the project by the following day. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any other answers. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Okay. Okay. First things first. Okay. They didn't specify the gender. Yes, they didn't specify the gender, so it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Yes, yes, both should be fine. They can't penalize you because again, they don't. There isn't a specific gender, right? Okay. So over here, okay, the designer said the shark said that he could. Mariah, Mariah, why? The shark said that he could finish the project by the following day. Okay, the following day, the follow. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, now can we change from can? Okay, I'm just gonna go with he. Okay, but if you went with she, it should be fine as well. Okay, so I'm going to change from I to he, and then can I'm going to change to could. He could finish the project by the following day. Okay, he could finish the project by tomorrow. Could be the next day. The next day, or we could use the following day. Okay, so let's wait tomorrow. What time will you have the live? Okay, I will be live from 2:30. No, wait, let me check. Let me check for you. Let me check. I'll get back to you right now. Okay, let me just see. Okay, tomorrow I will be live 2:30 to 5:30. All right, 2:30 to 5:30. All right. Okay. So we change from can to could. Okay, and tomorrow to the next day or the following day. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, the designer said that we have to use that. He could finish the project by the next day. Okay, so one of the best ways to do reported speech, okay, is and also to double check whether it makes sense is to pretend that, let's say, someone else is telling you this piece of news. Okay, so let's say I'm thinking that teacher Mitsuko is telling me about a designer. Okay, and she would say the designer said that he could finish the project by the next day. Does it make sense that she's telling me this? I'm like, yes, it makes sense. Okay, so that is one way to double check. Okay, that it doesn't sound funny. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, let's do another one. I think I have. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. The athlete withdrew from the race. He sprained his ankle. Okay, what might the answer be? What might the answer be? What might the answer be? Do all English teachers have accents? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, does anyone have any answers for this SNT? Oh, hi, Mianbao. Hi, Mianbao. I've only seen, I haven't seen you this couple of days. You okay? Are you enjoying your June holidays? What are your plans for June holidays? I see that a lot of people are going overseas. I'm that is valid as well. That is valid as well. Take the time to really rest and get yourself feeling well again. Yourself feeling very Make sure that you're waking up every day with a positive outlook. Okay. So you can take the time to rest emotionally, rest physically. Okay, to make sure that you are well prepared for focusing on your studies again. All right, but definitely remember to take enough breaks, even if you are just, you are taking the time to do some practice, okay? Because after all, it is the holidays, so it's a great time to work on yourself, okay? And I would say time management as well. It's a great time. Holidays are a great time to work on time management because that is the time where everything starts falling apart if you don't manage yourself. All right. Okay. Okay, now the athlete withdrew from the race. He sprained his ankle. Okay, ongoing mold. Okay, so okay, now the first thing I'm gonna give you guys a hint while I'm waiting for you guys to um, write some answers. Okay, owing to introduces the cause. Okay, introduces cause. Okay, and this is a cause and effect situation. Okay, okay, so this is the effect. The athlete withdrew from the race. Okay, this is because he sprained his ankle. Okay, that is the cause. It's okay. During the school holidays, especially, I also feel like I'm growing mold. I remember, I remember the primary school, but in primary school, I remember my parents would always make sure to sign me up for something to make sure that um, I'm not, you know, doing nothing during the holidays because they know if I start doing nothing during the holidays, I'm gonna be very moody all the time. Owing to his withdrawal from the race, the Mariah, come on. Mariah, do you like ocean animals? Is that why? Is that why no matter what we do, you always change the subject in ocean animal? I see you, Mariah. I see you. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, now cause and effect situation. Okay, now when it comes to cause and effect situation, we have to be careful to put it in the right place. Okay, introduces cause. We cannot introduce the effect first. All right, owing to, we have to change this. Okay, owing to. Oh, what happened? Okay, we have to change this to because we have this. Because we have this, we have to change it to owing to his sprained ankle. I got to go. It's okay. I will see you tomorrow, Ryan. All right. I will see you tomorrow and let you know. All right. Owing to his sprained ankle. Yep. I will. I'll double check for you. All right. All right. I'll let you know tomorrow, Ryan. Okay. Bye. All right. Owing to his sprained ankle, the athlete. Oh, spelled it wrong. The athlete withdrew from the race. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so we have to change it to owing to his sprained ankle Okay, so that will be the answer. Okay, now number 9. Number 9. What might the answer be? Okay, none other. None other. What might the answer be? Okay, what might the answer be? Hi. Hi, Millie. Why the question mark? Oh, I see. I'll call you Goo. Gargu? Gargu. Is that how you pronounce it? The item vandalized by Peter was none other than the desk. Okay. 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 Okay, let's start going through, alright? Now, first things first, none other than adds emphasis. Okay? So adds emphasis, so we are talking about usually the main subject of the sentence. Emphasis towards the subject. Uh, emphasis towards the main, I wouldn't say subject, the main topic, alright? Now, when it comes to this, right, the desk was vandalized. Okay? Usually we're talking about who is the culprit, and over here we're talking that Peter did it. That is the additional information of the sentence. The fact that this becomes the additional information shows how important this piece of information is. Okay, how and that's why this is going to be the emphasis instead of vandalized. The question I ask, um I don't see any question from you though. I only see the question mark, Millie. Millie, I didn't see any question from you previously. But TikTok has been filtering out quite some questions, so that is possible that they filtered it out. Okay. Sometimes students they drop me a comment and I don't see it. Okay, so that could be the reason why. That could be the reason why. Do you want to type out your question again, and then I can answer it? Because I can't. I've been scrolling for a bit and I can't seem to find your question. All right. Okay, let's first things first. Okay, so again, Peter is the topic of emphasis here. Okay, so we are, what is the, hi Nicole, of owing to, okay, owing to as in the answer, oh, owing to in simple terms. Now, owing to simply means to, owing to simply means as a result of, as a result of, as a result of. Okay, if you're talking about what owing to does, okay, owing to as a phrase simply introduces the cause. Okay, so like in this case, the athlete sprained his ankle and therefore he was not able to perform, so maybe he withdrew from the race. All right, so right now we're talking about him withdrawing from the race, and we're talking about the reason why. So that's why we're saying owing to his sprained ankle, we're talking about the cause. Okay, that is the reason why. I hope that answered your question, Millie. All right, Todu says the desk was vandalized by none other than Peter. All right, okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, so first things first, let's put it here. The desk was vandalized Okay, thanks. Good, good. By none other than Peter. Okay, great job. Great job. All right. Now, when it comes to this, please remember this. You always go by none other than. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to question 10. Okay. The artwork was destroyed. Jane was responsible. Okay, what might the answer be? I'm not sure. The artwork was destroyed by none other than Jane was responsible. It's okay. We'll go through it. Don't worry. Let's see if anyone has any other answers first. The artwork was destroyed by Jane and none other. Alright. Any other answers? The fate of the artwork was in Jane's hand was none other than destruction. Sure, my mom took her other phone. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm Nicole. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. It's okay. 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 I'm gonna go through the answer now. All right. Okay. Again, none other is to put a bit of emphasis. Okay. Emphasis. Can you guys see my writing? Yes, you guys can. Okay. Okay. The artwork was destroyed, and again, the emphasis would be on Jane because we're talking about who is responsible. Okay, so first things first, we have to see what is most likely to be focused on over here. Now that the artwork is destroyed, we are trying to find the culprit, okay? So Jane was responsible. The fact that we're saying, giving the extra information that Jane was responsible means that this is the information that we want to put emphasis on. That's why we're giving more information about it, right? So I'm going to put emphasis. Okay, so emphasis, since it is Jane, I'm gonna do this. All right. The artwork. So I'm gonna put it down directly. The artwork was destroyed. Okay. Again, this is the format that we're gonna use by none other than Jane. Okay. So since we are saying that destroyed by, it's essentially the same meaning as responsible, was responsible. Okay, so you won't have to write responsible again. The R was destroyed by none other than Jane. That's correct, Zach Friendly. That's great. Good job. Hey Gargu, you wrote that the fate of the artwork that was in Jane's hand was none other than destruction. That is a lot of new words that you're adding inside. When it comes to SMTs, we're trying to add as little what happened? As little extra words as possible. So it is important that to be careful. Alright. Sorry, I left as my phone died. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And also you also gave another answer. Was it you? The what was destroyed by Jane and none other. Okay, typically when you see this, the end of the sentence will not be here. The end of the sentence won't be here. Okay? When you see this kind of format of questions, what they usually want you to do is they want you to write some wording here. write some wording here, and then add a full stop here. Okay, so you won't ever be in the situation where you end your sentence here. That's not how it works, all right? All right, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys another little test. Okay, so I'm gonna change the structure. Okay, and then maybe you guys can give me a another answer. All right. Actually, no. No, I'm gonna show you guys another way you guys can write this. You guys can also write it this way. I just realized it's not that different of a structure. Okay. You can also write, this answer is preferred, of course, but let's say you are writing a composition. Okay, you can do this. It was none other than Jane who destroyed the artwork. Okay. Okay, so it's another way of writing. All right, let's move on. Okay, now we're doing a bit of reported speech again. Okay. Reported speech. You missed the other. I missed the other. Oh, yeah, it was none other than. Whew, thank you for letting me know. It was none other than. Okay. Thank you. Okay, reported speech. The guest asked Peter where the bookshop was. Okay, let's see. Any other answers? Let's see if there are any other answers first. Wait. Nicole says, wait. Nicole, then where is Kelly? Then where is Kelly? The guest asked Peter where was the bookshop. Okay. The first asked Peter for the location of the bookshop. She's doing math revision. Ooh, I see. I see. The guest asked Peter for the location of the bookshop. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look, okay? Now, is will become was, okay? The thing about reported speech is that you're moving backwards. So it's actually, again, imagine, let's say, imagine in this case, I am someone asked me, the guest asked me, I am Peter, where's the bookshop? Okay, and I'm going to go to teacher Mitsuko and say to teacher Mitsuko, okay, I'm gonna relay the message from the guest. So I what would I say to her to relay this? Okay, so this is the kind of way you can use to see whether it sounds right. Okay, but definitely when you are relaying a message to someone, the message becomes past tense. Okay, because someone said that to you previously. All right. And also, please note that no quotation marks, no question marks will be used, okay, when you're relaying the message. All right. Okay, the guest asked Peter, okay, again, question will from question to statement. Okay, the guest asked Peter where the bookshop was. Okay, now I understand that Nicole, great job, you got it correct. Wait, let me just charge my phone. Okay, so Gargu, you wrote the guest asked Peter for the location of the bookshop. Technically, meaning wise, that is not incorrect. However, the thing about reported speech is that we are trying to simply backshift, okay? We're not trying to add new words to the sentence, new words that you don't currently see in the sentence, all right? But the message is right. The message is right. Okay, but unfortunately, that is not how S&T works, right? So we can write the guest asked Peter where the bookshop was. So essentially, we are back shifting and moving the question into a statement. Okay, what you're doing is getting what the main message is and then switching it around. Okay, which is I would say effective when you're I would say doing it's effective. Okay, but when it comes to doing S&T, that's not what they're testing. They're testing your ability to switch the structure of the sentence. All right, so it is slightly different. All right. Okay, question 2. The teacher asked the students, "Why are you late for class?" Okay, what might the answer be? The teacher asked the students why they were late for class. Okay, any other answers? The teacher asked the students why they were late for class. Okay. Okay, any other answers? Okay. Okay, let's go through. Okay, the teacher asked the students, okay, why are you late for class? Okay, now first things first, we're going to change are to were. Why were? Okay, and we're going to change you to they. Okay, and we have to change the sentence structure a bit so that we are able to do this question to statement format. Right? We have to change from question to statement because we cannot have questions in reported speech, right? Okay, and the teacher asked the students why they were late for class. And then full stop. Okay, also again, I want to I understand that you guys already know this, but I'm gonna say it again. Okay, but the thing when it comes for S&Ts, it's important to leave a full stop. Okay, so I know that some of you might be used to assessment books having that full stop already there for you, but in the exam they might not have the full stop there. So it's very, very important that you double check, and if there's no full stop, to add that full stop there. Okay, but if let's say there is that full stop, then you can leave it as it is. Hi Burr, how are you doing? That is a very cute, what's that, jelly rabbit. No, what do you call that? Jelly, what do you call that? Jelly cat, is that what it's called? Could we use why were they? Why were they? Because if you use why were they, it would still be a question. Why were they missing? But if you change it to why they were missing, then it's a statement, right? Okay, with the assistance of a team of doctors, the surgeon operated on the patient successfully. Okay, any other answers? Jellycat, yeah. Thank you. Ah, makes sense? All right, great. Got it. Great. You're welcome. Where do you get the Jellycat from? It is so cute. I have one in white at home. It was a gift. It is so cute. I love Jellycats. What constitutes as a Jellycat though? I see a lot of people having like little soft toys that they just call Jellycats, but they don't look anything like the bunnies. Jellycats is just the brand, right? Not quite sure anymore. It was a gift too. Mother Care sells them. Ooh, yeah. I forgot where I don't know where they got mine from, but yeah, mine was a gift. Mine was a gift. I love it. I love it. All right. The surgeon operated on the patient successfully. Okay. Now, with the, okay, so it introduces, what Jellycat do you have? It's the same as yours, but in white. It's in white. And actually, I'm so happy because the color has not changed. The color has not changed, and I've had it for years. So again, I feel like that says quite a lot about the quality. Okay, yeah, yeah, it is super cute. I have another small one as a keychain as well, but I never would bring it out. I would never bring it out because I would be so scared that I get it 30. All right. Do you do this tuition every day? Almost every day. Yes. Some days, some odd days I won't, but almost every day. Okay. So if you have any questions about like your PSLE paper that you just feel like you would like a bit of advice on, you can just let me know, and I'll try to give you the best advice possible. All right. Or if there's anything in particular you want to like work on, you can also let me know. What time? Um, Typically I will always be live from 2:30 to 5:30. Some days I won't be. Okay, it depends. It depends. Okay, it depends. But most of the time I'm here 2:30 to 5:30. Right? Okay, let's see. Okay, now with the help of introduces the instrument of assistance. Okay, so now over here, okay, we're talking the surgeon operated on the patient successfully and a team of doctors helped him. Okay, so we're gonna say, well, what the instrument of assistance is the doctor's assistant. So with the assistance, okay, with the assistance of a team of doctors, the surgeon, okay, then we can just transfer this directly. The surgeon operated on the patient successfully. Okay, so this is the answer. Remember your full stop. Please remember your punctuation. Okay. Please remember it's a team of doctors because we're trying to keep this um, the same. Oh, Nicole is already on the next question. Ozil is here with the help of a sniffer dog. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Ozil, why is everything in caps, huh? Why is everything in caps? Let's take a look, okay? Okay, again, with the something something introduces instrument or assistance, right? Okay, so with the, let's use this, with the help of a sniffer dog, the police caught the thief quickly. Okay, so this is the answer. Let's see. Ooh, everyone got it correct. Almost everyone. The sniffer dog helping the police. Okay. Mm, Nicole, typically we write with the help of or with the something of instead of putting the subject doing the help first. With the sniffer dog helping the police, they were able to catch the thief quickly. That's not technically wrong, but I would say definitely it would be more safe to write with the help of the or with the assistance the. Okay, it really depends on the question. Yeah. Why I was not able to catch the thief quickly? No idea. Okay, no idea. All right. A clap of thunder woke us up last night. Okay. Last question before we end off the live for today. Okay. Okay. We were okay. A clap of thunder woke us up last night. Okay, now this is passive voice, so we are changing from active to passive voice. Okay, so we were woken up. Okay, we will change it to woke us up. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change a clap of thunder woke us up last night. So you guys are all correct. Great job. All right. Okay. Now I know you guys don't really like this, but I'm going to introduce the ebook which we got our questions where you can get similar questions on. Okay. Okay. So a clap of thunder woke us up. Okay. So we can't do that because a clap of thunder woke us up. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's correct. That's correct. Never mind, that's correct. All right. Okay. I'm going to go through this really quickly, okay? For those people who want extra practice, okay, we have this synthesis and transformation book. No, the unskillful ad. Yes, okay. We have to end off with this. All right. So it's the last part of this live. All right. So now for those who want the extra practice, this book is a consolidated 1000 PSLE synthesis and transformation questions. Okay, so these are all questions from top schools. Okay, so now this ebook is on our ebook store. You guys can go there and check it out. I will show you guys more next session. Okay, now this is the popular tested PSLE questions. Okay, so these have all been vetted through by our teachers. Okay, so they have all worked on this. It is 1000 synthesis and transformation questions. Okay, so it is great for students who want that extra bit of practice. Okay, I would say it's consolidated. Okay, it is much better than just doing past papers, especially if you need that targeted practice on a section that you're weak in. All right, later got live. Yes, teacher Mitsuko will be going live right now. Okay, so after my live, teacher Mitsuko will be taking over. All right. So yeah, we will be ending the live now, okay? And you guys can wait here, and teacher Mitsuko will be coming up. All right. So yeah, bye everyone. See you guys tomorrow.